and especially earlier today.
Kill me.
I like it.
We're an hour earlier than we usually are,
Yes.
and I hate it.
I love it.
Not a morning person.
I
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Morning Recharge. For you guys, probably always the regular time. For
Yeah.
us, it's a lot earlier, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Now, as of the time I got into this car, there was a new Silent Moon trailer, and we saw it. There's snippets of it that you can see right here. Red and blue. They're actually grown up. This time they actually grow up, right? What? Okay.
You just turned into an anime character.
Okay, I did not see that coming.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that was cool.
That was really awesome. That was amazing. So what did we get from it? We got the battle tree.
Which I might be a little excited about.
Man, I love fighting champions and all that. So if I get to fight Cynthia and Lance, Steven, like Wally, like all your rivals and champions from the previous regions, sign me up. I'll do it.
It did look a little bit like you're doing a double battle with them. So like, they teamed up with you to fight someone else.
Yeah, but I feel like there's still characters like that.
I mean, yeah, even though it's like that's still really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That they'd have an entire game mode dedicated to fighting old champions.
Yeah.
Although I guarantee you that's after you beat the Alolan League or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which apparently you're making, like they're building it as you're doing your stuff.
During the course of the game, they're building the Alolan League.
Which I think it will be a kind of fun mechanic. You beat your trials, you fight totem Pokemon, find your legendary, and like, oh yeah, by the way, hey, dude, main character, we just finished building the league. You wanna test it out?
Basically.
If you win, you can become champion.
And get access to the Tree of Life.
Yep.
Which is, Battle Tree, which is totally not the Tree of Life.
Which, I think no one expected. Seeing blue and red.
Blue and red pop up. If you haven't seen this, they pop up and they kind of challenge you to a
battle,
2v1 battle. So that's the thing.
If they're the strongest trainers in the game, and you can fight them the same way you could fight Red in Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
pretty sweet.
I'll be like, yep, this best Pokemon game ever. No, like just that makes it. Just fighting these guys.
All right, sure.
Yeah, that's what does it for me.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah, we also saw the official release of the final starter evolutions, which we already know.
Which got data mined. No, got leaked a month after the game got announced. Then got data mined with the demo.
And now
then got released yesterday because of the card game.
Really?
Yeah, yesterday they were leaked, like the card game. Like someone posted them up and they had the starter evolutions. And now we got officially got it from Pokemon themselves. So there was no secret that these were the starter evolutions.
Yeah.
It was surprised their typing. Everybody probably expected Rowlet's evolution to be Grass Flying.
Grass Flying.
It's a bird.
It's bird. Nope.
Nope. It's a ghost.
Grass Ghost. Although it has its special move is whatever it was. Basically
just an arrow.
Basically stops the enemy from fleeing from battle.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly good. Because now you don't have to waste a slot for one of your other Pokemon to catch a bastard that runs away every move. Fucking Abra.
Yeah, that move was specifically made to catch Abras.
Pretty much. And it's pretty much the best special move that you can have. What are you doing? You seen this? You seen this?
Yes, I've seen that shit.
I'm not gonna let him in.
That fucker's gonna cut.
No, he's not. Not me, at least.
Damn straight. We saw Strongman Litten.
Incineroar. It looks so cool. Like, I know that. Why? Why do you let him in? Why do you let him in? He's the bastard that jumped this giant line, and I just let him in at the front. Fuck you.
So Incineroar.
Incineroar is... Sorry, I get annoyed when people let idiot drivers in. Incineroar is basically Strongman Litten and I will name him Braum, and he will be my Braum.
Okay, so why? Okay, I get a very Russian vibe out of this guy. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because the stereotypical strongman is always Russian. That might have something to do with it.
No, it kind of reminds me of that. If you ever saw Madagascar 3, like in the circus that they go to, there's a tiger. It's like, you know, super buff, and it's a Russian tiger.
Yeah, it's also supposed to be kind of like a strongman deal.
Strongman, yeah, So
always the strongman. It's fantastic, and I know that I kind of when the first leaks came out, when someone did a sketch of them, I thought it was kind of stupid because the face on the leak, the face sketch still looked the same as on Tiny Litten.
Yeah.
So like basically like it's strongman with a baby face, and I was like, that's kind of dumb. The actual final model of it looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And we saw that you feed it, it's happy. You try and pet it, it's like, nah, dude, nah.
It's pretty awesome.
I love this.
And then we also got Populous Evolution, which is a siren.
I forgot it's already.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting. It's not. I wouldn't pick it, but it's a fairy type. So I mean, if you want a fairy type at the beginning of the game,
it's a water
there you go.
fairy, so. What was Incineroar? It was Fire Dark, right?
Yeah, Fire Dark.
The first time we're not getting a firefighting, when it would actually almost make sense to have a firefighting, considering it's a strongman.
Yeah, but I feel like it's because nobody wanted a firefighting type. They were like, we could make it fight. No. Let's fight. No. But he's a no.
Basically. But,
make it any other. Make it a fairy type over a fighting type. I don't give a fuck what typing you give him.
Make it fire water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to finally see this. Oh yeah, also special moves. Incineroar gets
he dances like a ballerina.
Whatever. Fire Lila or something, I don't know. Something stupid like that. Basically, he gets to just completely ignore the opponent's status changes.
Yep.
So, what's that? You're a fucking Gakuna that just upped their defense to max? Nope. And then Populio's final one, what the fuck did it do? Oh yeah, it heals the burn of any target that attacks. Yeah. Which, on one-on-one battles is kind of stupid. But
in double battles
that might be good. And we already saw that you can team up with other champions.
With champions and with other characters in the game's chronology.
Yeah, so it makes me think that maybe double battles are going to be making a pretty big return. I mean, they were around.
Well, they're going to be upgraded. Not really, because I mean they've been around since they came out, but just get an upgrade.
Well, I mean they've been around, but it's like you almost never do a double battle, unless it's like you're playing another actual real world person and you set the rules of the battle to double battle. It's like in the games you almost never do double battles, which is a bit of a shame because in Gale of Darkness, which was nothing but double battles. The rules in that region were you don't have single battles, you do double battles. And I love that one just because it was more fun beating the crap out of two Pokemon once.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing was absolutely amazing. If anything, this is a trailer that sold me 100% on the game.
I will tell you one thing. Everything else, I was still kind of iffy on. Total Pokemon can be caught, and they have their own unique Z move. Where they bring up a fucking body of pure energy out of the ground, pop themselves on to be ahead, and smash the shit out of whoever was in front of them.
As the trainer does this, he just puts their hand,
bam. That's basically what happens. And you thought pulverizing pancake was bad? There's a fucking totem bringing a body out of the ground and going, you? Fuck you. Bam. By far the best move.
Let me put it differently. Snorlax, it represents a nuke. Snorlax is a nuke as a C move. Totem Pokemon. This Pokemon. They're not nukes. They're Galactus. So you go from nuke to Galactus. You're screwed.
There's no.
If you were screwed before, now you're triple screwed.
Pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
That was what sold me. Because I know I've said this before, and I still think Z moves are kind of dumb. they're they're an RPG kind of stereotype. You know, they're in every RPG ever.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to use them too much just because the animation takes way too fucking long.
But you will definitely do that
But
once.
that one I'm going to use whenever I can.
You're with the champion, right?
Against the champ. It's like, oh, you're down your last Pokemon? Well, you see, I have a Totem. No. I have Galactus. Womp.
I need to rename. I'm gonna have to rename all of those Tapus into Galactus now.
That's by far. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the entire trailer.
Yeah. No, I'm very excited for that.
And I mean, I will say I was kind of iffy about it before, just because all the shit that's changing, and it was to me. That was cool. That makes me want to get it now.
Yep. You're gonna hit me for this by order of the game.
Fuck yeah.
It's a Pokemon game. I was gonna get it anyways.
Yeah.
On that, staying on the Pokemon thing, there were data mines for Go with the new update that came out. So as you know, we've had the Halloween update, the Halloween events going
Halloween's
on.
live.
Yeah. So 4 times the candy for you, buddy. Twice the candy for everything else. And Ghastlies, Cubones, Drowsies, Subats, and Meowths are everywhere. So if you don't have any of them,
if you don't have any of them, just keep Pokemon Go running. You don't even drop a lure or an incense. Just walk around and you'll find them.
They're pretty much replacing Rattatas and Pidgeys at this point. So
honestly, I don't think I've found a single Rattata or a Pidgey since this event went live.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably seen like 2 or 3.
Yeah, so
at most.
This is cool.
So on that, with the update came a couple of data mines. Apparently, Pokemon Go is bringing daily quests.
About time.
And you were talking about it the other day.
I've talked about this.
There's going to be 3 types of. Apparently, there's talks about 3 types of quests. One of which is the first catch, and the other one which is the first Pokestop. So just things like that. We don't know what the third one is. They didn't mention it.
Right.
And what their work would be, no one's sure. But there were some mentions of incubators inside the code. So, if just by doing 3 things in a day, I can get an incubator, I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been talking about having dailies for a long time. Because like right now, it's like aside from this event, I'll turn it on, I'll put it on the table. If something pops up, something pops up.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go walk around for the express purpose of finding things because I'm not looking for things. I'm wandering around until I bump into it.
Yeah.
So it's like having dailies would be something for me to do while I walk around and hope I bump into something. And it would help in bringing back some of those people that left.
Yeah.
That were like fans of Pokemon. I don't think it's too little too late to bring back like the first week hype people.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I don't think they're gonna be coming back at all.
But I mean, you could bring back and keep the people that are here. Like, bring back a couple of more people. Like, just probably left it for a little while. Like, there's cool new things now. Let me just try it again.
Yeah.
All right. And this will keep people engaged. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is just awesome.
I mean, even if it's like they can move from dailies to like weeklies, and I'd still be okay with that. Where it's like catch 50. I don't know, Rattatas, catch 50 Pidgeys, things like that. Like well, maybe not like something that common, but like they give you a week to do an objective, and then they give you a prize at the end of it.
Yeah. So that's it for Pokemon, because I don't want to talk too much about it. Because, as you know, last week we got the Nintendo Switch announcement. Which was
we're not talking about Pokemon. We're talking about Nintendo here.
Yeah, we're still I said not Pokemon, right?
Still about Nintendo.
So about the Switch. We got information. There's talks about the Joy-Cons the right Joy-Con having an IR blaster, it having expandable storage through micro SD, which is great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and Nintendo yesterday during their investors meeting said that there's going to be a Nintendo Switch event on January 12th. There's going to be a stream live. It's going to have press and everybody's going to be able they're going to invite a lot of people for it. The presentation will include the launch date, the pricing of the Switch, as well as the lineup of games that are currently in development for the system.
And it's in when? January?
January 12th, 2017.
that might be too late to start doing a like final announcement, honestly. I mean, I get it. It's like right after Christmas. You've gotten your Christmas money. I don't know if that will be enough time to generate marketing and hype for the mainstream audience.
I think it's good. I mean, you've seen. I think they already said they already have 23 million views across all of their channels on the Nintendo Switch, with a 95% positive rating across all of them. Like the buzz around the system is insane. So I feel like they can, because they're not marketing for 6 months, like a year, they don't have to worry about, you know, the hype dying, because it's still so very recent that people are gonna.
This was an announcement, but I mean, like, details coming out in January, and the actual console coming out sometime in March. That's 3 months to get the commercials, billboards, whatever banners you want to get going. That's a Nintendo Switch, $3.99 or however much it ends up being. So that's not a whole lot of time to get your marketing moving after you have all your details announced.
I mean, I would feel like that day will be the beginning of their advertising. Plus, they've also said that they're going to have events where people are going to be able to try out the Switch. I think they're going to start off in Tokyo the day after this event. So
I just feel like they've waited a little bit too long if they plan on having a March 2017 release. I don't feel like 1 quarter is enough time to get all of your information out and then move units at the end of it.
I know. I feel like it's gonna work. Well,
It's gonna work for those that have been following it since it was called the NX 2 years ago. But I mean, Grandpa Schmo, who hears from his grandkid that he wants a Switch for his birthday, will have no clue what the fuck he's looking for. See what I'm saying? Like, 3 months of advertising. They'd have to do 3 months of advertising fucking everywhere. I mean everything, from every ESPN channel, to Fox, to Cartoon Networks, to the fucking porn channels in hotels, to get the word out about this shit. And I don't know if, then maybe 3 months is enough, but they're not gonna do that. They're gonna get time on Fox, you know. I can see them getting a commercial there. ESPN, yeah, sure, maybe a couple of commercials. A lot of children's, you know, channels, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network, things like that. Sure. But after that, they're gonna have to rely on word of mouth. Kids going, can I get this? No, you can't, because it's only 3 months after Christmas. You haven't finished playing with the things you got for Christmas. Right?
Yeah.
So they have to hook the parents on it, which they're not gonna have enough time to do in 3 months.
I know, man.
Immediately after Christmas.
See, the way I see it is like, you know, so say they're expecting to ship about 2 million units. Say, I don't know, 1 million people, just to put a number on it, get the Switch in March, right? That 1 million people is gonna say, oh, this is awesome. Assuming it's actually awesome, right? So this is awesome, I like it, I love the games in it. Oh, we have a Mario, we have Splatoon, we have Mario Kart, la la la.
Okay, again, remember, we are way more connected than the general consumer.
But here's where I'm getting at. That strong fan base is gonna love it and is gonna spread the word. Victor's gonna come out, they're gonna show more games. By the time the holiday season next year comes out, there's gonna be a strong lineup of games. There's gonna be a great word of mouth for it. So by the time the holiday season
9 months later. That's what I'm saying. The launch window is going to suck. 9 months, yes. After 9 months of hearing about the Wii U, I caved in and got one. Yeah, it's great. But launch window. Nintendo needs to have a strong launch, and they won't have that in March if they're only doing 3 months of advertising, which is not going to be widespread enough to capture the mainstream audience. Yeah, Christmas 2017 is going to be great for them.
Every news outlet reported on the Switch with a 3-minute video. Every news outlet was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. It was trending on Facebook and Twitter for days.
I still don't think it's going to do that well. 3 months is not enough advertising. Because we live in a very urban area. We have access to Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, whatever fucking social media you want to use. We are way more connected than Joe Schmo is. And Joe Schmo is going to be the one that's going to have to buy little Timmy his first little Nintendo Switch. And if Joe Schmo doesn't know what the fuck Timmy's going on about, and Timmy asks for it immediately after Christmas, Joe Schmo's not going to get it. Little Timmy is going to forget about it come next Christmas. Joe Schmo isn't going to remember it because he doesn't know what the fuck it is. And little Timmy's not going to get it next Christmas. Multiply that by a couple 100 million of Joe Schmo's and little Timmy's, and suddenly you're not selling that one.
See, here's the thing. I think there must be a reason why they're doing all this so late. That means they have a plan. They have a plan how to market and advertise this thing.
Honestly, I just think that's because they're behind. They fell behind on production plans, on testing something. They just didn't have as much time as they thought, and then they had to make more time, and now they're late. I honestly, that's what I think happened.
Plus, I mean, they probably also want to announce third-party games for it, like as you know, as they give out all this information to get people excited for it. So, if third parties don't want to talk about their games for Switch yet because they want to sell for the holiday season, they're like, okay, let's just wait after the holiday season. We're just gonna release everything on January. Now, see, if you told me, oh, Nintendo is announcing what the NX is on January, then I was like, oh man, it's not good. But we already know what the Switch is, right?
They're basically doing that though. We know what the Switch is. We see the idea for it. We don't know any details. We don't know pricing. We don't know launch. We don't know actual launch plans because Nintendo said, "Oh yeah, that commercial we put up, don't believe anything in it." We cannot guarantee that Skyrim is on the Switch. We cannot guarantee that there's a brand new Mario Kart. We cannot guarantee that there's a brand new Splatoon. They have very clearly said that do not believe everything you saw in that commercial because a lot of it is fabricated and unreliable.
Yeah.
So we know what it looks like and we know how it functions. We get the gimmick of it. We don't know anything about the actual console. And that's what those 3 months of advertising are going to have to do, is teach people what the actual console is and what they can expect on it.
So here's the thing, at the end of the day, people are just going to know what games are going to be offered and how much does it cost, right? That's the information. The general consumer just want to know how much does this cost, what games are going to come out for it.
Okay, sure, 3 months is enough, fine. You're being way too optimistic, but I think Nintendo honestly just fell behind in some part of their production plan for this Switch, and now they're trying to make up for it as best they can. I really don't. Their launch window's not going to be great, and if they have to wait 9 months for it to happen, guess what? Investors are going to go, "Hey, you released this thing in March, didn't sell too well." Next December comes around, they're going to go like, "Oh, that thing that came out in March that didn't do too well. Yeah, I'm not going to back it." Because investors are going to look and say, "Oh, look, this is like the Wii U all over again. That didn't sell too well in the beginning."
Investors hate it just because it's a console.
They fell behind. I think that's what happened. They don't have a plan to release in March. They just said, "Yeah, we're behind, and this is the earliest we can get it out." March is not a great time to release a...
Oh boy. Where's that high?
Out loud?
Yeah.
March is just not a great time to release a home console. I know it's supposed to be kind of both, but it's home console.
I mean, they've released handhelds in March.
And they'll do all right, but there's kind of a weird middle ground. But I mean, it's just, I don't think that they intended to have a March release date. Because the March release date...
Oh no, they intended to release it this holiday.
A March release date hurts their launch window. It's going to hurt their relationship with their investors. And if they come back to it in December, great for them. Fantastic, I love it. But that's going to be 9 months where they have to try and scramble to keep their investors happy between March and December.
I don't know, see, because I've already said they delayed it to March because they didn't have enough games for a holiday 2016 launch. They just didn't. They didn't have enough games for it. So they didn't want to rip it of the Wii U, where like you have no games for it at launch, and so no one's gonna get it because there's no games. You release it in March, yeah, there's not gonna be that. The sales are not gonna be as high as they would if you released in the holiday season. But at least you have the games for it to support it. So now a new game comes out, say, I don't know, if they release something like Final Fantasy, it would be Good and Evil, or Zelda. But I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to play that game. I want the NX. Oh, you know, it will also have all these games. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
I mean, I don't doubt that by June 2018, there's going to be a larger install base for the Switch than there currently is for the Xbox. I don't doubt that at all. That's absolutely going to happen. It's just that this is a really weird time for them to launch, and the 2017 install base is going to be tiny. That's all that's going to happen.
I know. I can believe you it being tiny up until right before the holiday season. After the holiday season next year, I think they're gonna be set.
It's just not great for them.
Because I mean, they've already.
It's just not great.
I mean, because remember, it's also expected for like, we're expecting a Mario game to come out within the first year of release, right? That's gonna move consoles, but especially if it's a Mario game akin to something like 64 and Sunshine.
Didn't you just the other day say that you hated 64?
I do. Most people love it. That's why I'm talking on behalf of the other people.
Wrong.
Okay, Galaxy.
Fuck you. Anyway, what else we got?
Okay,
That's way too much. We talk about Nintendo for half an hour. What the fuck?
Did we rant? You just want to rant on that? Okay.
That was not me ranting. That was you being.
That was you ranting.
Fuck you, no. You were part of that just as much as I was.
Nah.
Motherfucker. I will strangle you.
So, last week we didn't get to talk about this. It was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, that
getting a trailer, and
yeah.
It was pretty.
It's really pretty. It looks like it's definitely going to be a prequel. At this point, a lot of people, you've heard the news about it. It's a prequel. The trailer looked pretty. We didn't really see a whole lot of gameplay at all, or really anything for that matter. We just saw some dude monologuing over the beautiful plains of Wild West America. But I mean, like, it looks good. Honestly, it's a huge step up from the first Red Dead Redemption. I'm obviously gonna get it. I am a little worried because it currently looks like it's this kind of leads into something that came out over the weekend, where RockStar has registered Red Dead Redemption Online, or Red Dead Online, or something, a domain. Basically, that's gonna act as a RockStar social club.
Okay.
Right. Kind of like what they have for GTA 5.
Okay.
The problem with that is that over the weekend there was a leak from, this leak happened a while ago, but this dude's like, people are just realizing that this dude's right, where a guy said that Rockstar's not going to be developing any more single player DLC, right? Which is a bit of a shame because they made some of the best single player DLC ever.
Yeah.
Ballad of Gay Tony and what was the other one for GTA 4? I forgot the name. But GTA 4 single player DLC was fantastic. It was amazing. I loved it. GTA 5 has yet to receive any single player DLC. They've gotten a ton of free multiplayer DLC, which is great. I love it. A lot of free updates. But you know, that makes people spend a lot of money on shark cards, which is the GTA Online microtransaction, which is where you just basically buy a ton of in-game money with real money, which is kind of dumb. Sure, whatever, right? With Rockstar registering Red Dead Online, it's basically going to mean that Red Dead's not going to have any single-player DLC. Which, again, Red Dead Redemption 1 had some fantastic single-player DLC. Red Dead Undead Nightmare, fantastic example. I loved that. It was a great DLC. If this means that Red Dead Redemption 2 gets free multiplayer DLC and has a expansive multiplayer world like GTA 5 does, great, fantastic. The guy that's doing all these leaks and predictions also says that the future DLCs for Red Dead and GTA multiplayer ones might come at a premium, which would really suck. Which is why I'm a little bit worried about the future of RockStar games, because it's like they've discovered that they can charge for basically in-game money already. Cool, whatever, I can expect that. Charging for this is gold, right? We can park here?
Yeah.
Sweet. Charging a premium for content that has typically been free so far might kind of suck.
Yeah.
Charging for content that's been free in place of a promised single player content, which they, in the very beginning of GTA's launch, like 3 years ago, they said, yeah, expect more single player heists and stuff in the future. Never happened. So, and it looks like that might never happen now for sure. So that kind of sucks, but you know, RockStar is RockStar. They're making a shit ton of money,
And they're still gonna get their games.
I'm gonna play the fuck out of Red Dead Redemption 2. I almost call it Red Dead 2. Redemption 2. And I mean, sure. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is if the paid multiplayer DLC, that's gonna fracture the player base. Because what happened in Battlefield, right? Battlefield 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
You had the base game, right? You could play that with other people that had the base game. No problem. You had the first DLC. Great. You can play that with the people that had the first DLC. But now you cannot play the base game with the people that didn't have the first DLC. So now that fractured your player base.
Ooh,
and then the second DLC came out. So if
And
you
then
had
there's
both
another-
the DLCs, now there's 4 different groups. People that only have the base game, people that only have the first DLC, people that only have the second DLC, and people that had both the first and the second DLCs. The next one comes out, that fractures it even more, and then more and then more and more and more. Because
So
now if you have only the base game, and your friend has one of the DLCs, you can't play with them in the base game anymore. They can still play the base game, but they can only play the base game with the people that have the DLCs.
So then you get to the point where like you start losing,
just-
like you start
you're-
fracturing people so
you're
much, where, like,
fracturing
people
the play
are
base.
no longer be able
Yeah.
to like connect online and all that.
So if paid DLC on RockStar games does that, that might be a bit of a problem, because now things like GTA 5 Online Free Roam is going to suck a whole lot, because when the DLC first launches, there's not going to be a whole lot of people running around, because no one's really going to buy it immediately.
Yeah.
Or then a lot of people will, and now the base online is going to be empty because everyone's bought the DLC. I don't know.
I mean, if everyone wants to be the DLC, then it doesn't matter that it's empty. But yeah.
So I mean, it's just, I don't know. It kind of worries me that paid multiplayer DLCs have happened before. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Halo did them constantly in Reach and 3, and those were fine because they were massive packs that had a ton of maps in them. Rockstar hasn't typically done that. I mean, for good reason, because their single player DLCs are paid for and they're fantastic. BioShock had some DLCs. There was one for BioShock 2. I forgot the name for it. But that one was like you basically paid for a multiplayer expansion. And that was okay for a while. But now you can't buy it anymore. So there's achievements in that DLC or there's achievements in the game for DLC you can't get anymore.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but
Makes
whatever.
sense. Okay.
I mean, it just kind of sucks in general. Just because it's gonna fracture the player base, and it's gonna, if it means no more single, like Rockstar was one of the last people that, or last companies that did like really good single player expansions, and now they're gonna be cutting that off.
That sucks.
It sucks for us as players. Yeah. Anyway, we've gone for a lot longer than usual.
Yeah.
We should probably get going.
Let's go down. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Check out our other shit. Bye.
Bye.
Now guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, click the like button like BBA down there. Watch our other stuff up here and follow us on Twitter @Radamix and subscribe right here so you don't miss out on our latest content. Hope you enjoyed this one and we'll see you next time. Bye!